This must. Hello, CageSideSeats.com. This says we're on the. No. See, that must be what happens to Sean because it says this hangout is on the air, and then it disappears and says live. So I think we're broadcasting. I hope we're broadcasting. I'm not going to bring anything up and just say, hello, everybody. I just botched the intro for Sean. I'm Gino, your main man, bada boom, the realest guy in the room. Sean's not here because he's got stuff going on. He probably could have been here, but there's things going on in his life that we don't need to talk about because it's his personal stuff. He's here with us in spirit. He taught me how to run all this. So actually, you might be getting more of these with just me and whoever I want to bring in. And for this week, that would be the best lady you don't know yet, Megan Smith. What's up, Meg?
Not much.
Your big introduction to the audience was woo!
I mean, what else am I going to do, really?
Right. So, Megan, who are you? We know your name, but no, we need the details.
What do you want to know?
No, but like, so Megan is the super cool person that we talk to on Twitter sometimes. She's a huge wrestling fan, goes to shows, whatever. So at one point, I was going to hire her to do coverage of women. And then we've been having budgetary stuff, whatever. Not budgetary is probably not a word. I'm using it anyway. Stuff with that. So it's just all this stuff. But started talking to her. She's super cool. She's really fun. We just did like a 20-minute pre-show and laughed the entire time. It was amazing.
Pretty much.
So I'm like, Sean can't be here. Let me bring in Megan, who I've been wanting to talk to about wrestling, wanting to hang out with. So here you are. You're a drummer.
I am.
For Everyday Echo? That's the name of your band?
Yeah. We don't really play a lot right now, but I've been playing like since I was like 13 and I'm 30.
You're the You're 30 now?
Yeah.
I turned 29 like 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
You're like, oh, that's right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, you texted me. Happy birthday.
Yes, I did.
You totally didn't.
I totally did. Whatever. You didn't get it.
Yeah. So no, yeah, like, and you're just a big wrestling fan. You go to events all the time, right?
Yeah, I grew up with it. I grew up with all boys around me, and I had no control of what we watched. So that's what we watched, and that's where I fell in love with it. And I fell off of it probably like in the early 2000s, and I got back in it, and like right as WrestleMania 30 was happening. So
really,
yeah.
What brought you back?
Daniel Bryan.
Nice.
I remember I was at the gym and I remember it was the episode where all of the like Daniel Bryan people in the shirts, they all came to the ring and they were going crazy or whatever. And I was like, I think I need to watch this again. And a buddy of mine who's actually in my band, he's like, you should really start watching Raw again. I was like, I don't know. And then I watched WrestleMania. And then I was watching Raw the next night, and I saw Paige, and then I was like, yep, I'm in.
Your Twitter is just littered with Paige. It's basically a Paige fanfic site, right?
No, it's not.
You like her way too much, though. She's never on TV. You must be devastated. Or she showed up last night.
She did. Yes, I enjoyed it.
Must have felt pretty good about that.
I did. Yep. Yep.
So before we talk about Extreme Rules,
yep,
we have to talk about the thing we were talking about in the pre-show.
Which this is a nice segue, I guess, right?
Megan is on Twitter as what's your Twitter?
At Nutmeg with 2 U's.
Go ahead, keep going.
Me?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Megan, you.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I don't know what you want me to say.
Megan is on Twitter at NUUTMEG, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you posted.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I got you. Yeah,
This is the stupidest story. Go ahead, please do it.
Gina wants me to tell this story. Okay.
It made me laugh, but it's actually an issue that's worth talking about too.
Yeah, it's really not that funny. We're just goofy. So I was telling him that when I was at the NXT shows in Lowell and Kingston, I had met Bailey and I had posted a couple pictures with her, and I made a joke about Finn Balor being one of my male bays, and my DMs went a little crazy. And the one that we're talking about is
I'm so sorry.
It says, "I'd like to nut all over you, Meg." And then on a different account, it says, "I still want to nut on you, Meg." And
this man has 2 accounts that he wanted to use that line on you with.
Yeah, now we're married. Just kidding.
That's what he said. Like, this dude's like, you don't even. He's sitting at his computer rubbing his hands together like, oh, she looks good. She looks better than Bailey. I think I'm going to send her a message.
I got it.
I got it. I know exactly how to get her.
It's a pun and everything.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. Ooh, that's it. I thought up a good pun. Maybe she'll be impressed. Maybe she's a Becky Lynch fan. And she'll definitely give me her phone number when I deliver this.
Oh, immediately.
And that's the first thing he said.
That was the first things that he said, and then I reported him.
That was the open.
That was
I want to nut on you, Meg. That's awful.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Didn't even want to take you out to dinner.
Right.
Didn't want to say hello.
Nope.
You like wrestling? That's cool. I also like wrestling.
Nope.
Not nothing. Just, I want to nut on you, Meg.
Yep.
How often does that happen to you?
That bad? Not too often. But it
never that vulgar.
What?
Never that vulgar.
No.
Just straight out with the nasty.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm walking down the street, it's bad enough. But I mean, when I'm at wrestling shows, it's either like it's fine or it's like, just leave me alone, dude. Like, I mean, you can't assume that everyone's interested.
You talk for them to you or just to you to them?
Both.
Because is it tough not to just be a dick?
Yes, it's very tough. And often I am a dick. Like a lot of the times I'm so over it. And I'm an asshole. But, but if you come at me the right way, like not that you want to nut on me.
So some dude comes up at a wrestling show and it's like, "Hey, you're by yourself." They're like, "Hey, you look like you're alone. Like, we got a group of people here. You want to come hang out with us? Like, you're a very beautiful woman. Like, maybe we could talk. We could watch the show." How would you respond to that?
I would be like, I'm not interested in anything further than that.
It must suck to just have to deal with that at all. Like,
yeah.
All right, I'm going to the wrestling show tonight. Hopefully there's not a bunch of fucking mouth breathers.
Yeah.
We're like trying to get on you.
In general, like, I'm a really nice person. It's just if you come at me like in a harsh way, I will not react in a very positive way.
Like, ooh, I've got a good pun on her name. We're getting married.
We're getting married.
The story you would have to tell later on. Like, how'd you guys meet? Oh, wait till you hear this.
Hey, Dad, how did you meet Mom?
Well, son, you're about that right age. Let me teach you a little something right now. About sliding up into DM. I guess at that point it'll be in a few years, maybe that won't mean anything.
Yeah, probably not. They'll be like, "What's a DM?"
Yeah. It's how I met your mother, son. What's the greatest pickup line in history?
Ugh.
Oh, man. So anyway, we're here to talk about Extreme Rules.
Yes.
What did you think of the show?
I really liked it. Um,
Awesome. Good talk.
yeah, see you later, bye. No, I thought it kind of it was a little rough in the middle, which I kind of heard that there was supposed to be a McMahon segment or something.
Yeah.
That got booted. Other than that, I really loved it. I thought it was great.
Which gave us more time for Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in one of the fucking shittiest gimmick matches I've ever seen. Did you actually like this match? I guess we'll start there.
I think that the PG version of the like the weapons, quote unquote,
a mop bucket.
Yeah, I don't think that sold me as it was.
A handheld fan. I mean, you're going to stick his finger in it, and it will mildly annoy him very briefly.
Mitch 2.0, which was plastic. I don't know. That just didn't really like. I was hoping that it was going to be, like from beginning to end, like really, really good. Like it's about time that they had like a better match with each other. And I don't know. The thumbtacks was amazing. I did not expect that. So.
Tape machines are rolling. Tape machines on Twitter. Our good buddy Scott Kreis from badlefthook.com to put him over. He said, like, this might be worse than, I don't know if you watch TNA, but the Rebel versus Shelley match that happened a while back, which was just the biggest piece of shit of a match in fucking the past decade. This was almost as bad because these two are really good at pro wrestling. These two know what they're doing.
Especially Jericho. Jericho's like, you know, he's not a Hall of Famer yet, but like he should be having the best matches of his career. Yeah.
This whole function is to come back, right? To be really good, give people really good matches, put guys over. Mm-hmm. How much does it matter that you put Ambrose over if everyone by the end of the match is going, thank fucking God that's over?
Right. It's not good. I feel like he keeps coming back because he just wants to say that he's worked with certain people. Like I get this like FOMO thing, like fear of missing out on like working with guys. Like that's just me, but I get that vibe from him a lot lately.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah, I just feel like he wants to like have that on his resume, and that's all.
Asylum match with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I'm the first one that had the asylum match. I'm blah 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 blah. I just feel like he wants to boost his resume all the time. That's always in my head when I see him now.
Which is fine. Yeah. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you're giving us bullshit matches. Plus, the problem too is you can't play. So if you play something like that, the idea is either I don't think you can do both where you're playing everything up for comedy, like it's supposed to all be funny, and this is great because it's funny, and here's Ambrose doing nunchucks, and like he actually fucking knows how to use them, and that's kind of cute. The Mitch stuff's kind of cute, whatever. I mean, it's not that funny, but at least the idea is we're going to be comedic. But then you go to a match like this, it's not funny.
No, it's
right. The idea of you beat someone to a bloody pulp with a fucking fire extinguisher, right, or a 2x4 with fucking barbed wire on it.
Fake barbed wire.
Yeah, thumbtacks, all that crazy shit. Like it's a fight to the death in an asylum. That's not funny. It's either you put across how fucking much of a war it is, and then we can at the end feel like we're exhausted, but we're exhausted because we went along for the ride, and not exhausted like I've been waiting for this match to end. It was like 26 minutes long.
Right.
And you're not making me laugh either.
No.
The comedy wasn't comedy.
And that's the thing I feel with Dean Ambrose like a lot lately. Like I want to like him and I want him to be more successful than he has been, but like it always ends up being a little too cheesy.
Yep.
And I don't know how they can fix that.
That's a great point. I don't either. What do you do? It's that stupid fucking recovery clothesline, and that they immediately go to the comedy. Like they think, it's like they think that like being an insane person just means like you're attracted to potted plants or like inanimate objects, or like you're a little off kilter. So that's funny to Vince, I guess.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for him. I really want to like him, and I really want him to do better. I feel bad.
Yeah, I thought they had a really good story going into WrestleMania that he should have been the guy. He's the underdog. Yeah. He's the Daniel Bryan story. His life's been ruined. He's not crazy, but people call him crazy, and then everything that comes along with that. But they don't tell those kind of stories.
Right. And it's hard to say, like, I was really shocked that he had such a, like, blah match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Like, that's kind of where you got to get it. You know?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. The dirty little secret about Ambrose, his matches aren't any good.
Yeah, it breaks my heart, kind of.
Yeah. You're so God, Dean Ambrose, he didn't have a great match tonight. You're like crying into your dinner. Another bad Ambrose match. I'm going to bed.
I'm going to go try to sleep.
Aw. Poor Dean. Aw.
Just kidding, Dean. I don't like you like that.
Yeah. You'd say, oh, Dean, I'm so sorry. Give me a hug. Like, no, I don't want to fucking go to dinner. Oh, it's so good.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. But they, you know what? It's funny because I'm like, they don't tell stories like that. Actually, they kind of do because they kind of did in the main event.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. First of all, I guess we'll start with the match.
Okay.
Best match I've seen this year. And you know what? Before you jump in real quick, to you couple of little fuckholes in the Raw recap comments, Gino, this is the best match of the year. I stopped reading as soon as I saw that because clearly you don't watch Japan. No, I don't watch Japan. I don't watch New Japan. I don't watch all this shit. Fine, whatever. But dudes, like, can we just enjoy some shit for what it is? Like, wrestling is so dumb.
Yeah,
it's so dumb. And they told a story that wasn't dumb. That was the opposite of dumb. That made sense the whole way. They were fucking crazy action. They were bumping all around. Styles was like, he's such a good, big money, big time performer in the big time matches, and he delivered in spades. Reigns is just, at this point, you almost have to say he's just as good. And he was awesome. Everyone was where they were supposed to be. Everyone was doing what they were supposed to do. He hit that fucking razor's edge into the sit-out powerbomb, whatever, and then the pinfall. It's got a name, but whatever. I'm Michael Cole in it right now. That was fucking beautiful. Like, you can't give Styles credit for that.
No.
People talking about Styles carried him. You people are nuts. It was so fun. And that's the exhausting that we were just talking about with Ambrose and Jericho. At the end of it, you're like, oh, my God, that fucking match.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like day and night. Like, it's the complete opposite. It's just that's the feeling that you wanted with that match. But
that's what wrestling should be.
Right. Absolutely.
And it was great because I felt like, man, the story told, because I don't want to hear this shit about how they're burying AJ Styles, because they're not.
No, they're not.
That's not a burial. It literally looked like, okay, so the club came out and they got involved. The Usos came out and they got involved. But it really was. Reigns was throwing fucking everything and the kitchen sink at Styles. At one point, as I put on Twitter, they were broadcasting a murder. He's like got his legs. He's throwing his fucking head into the barricade and then into the post, and he's throwing him through every announce table that's anywhere in the near vicinity. I think he picked the fan up and moved him and then threw him through a fucking chair. It was nuts, and it was awesome. And then Reigns was doing the same thing, or taking the same, and Styles is coming back and going nuts with a chair. It was like, by the time they got to the finish, Styles goes up for the forearm, and Reigns hits the spear midair like that was the last little bit that everyone had. Styles had one more forearm in him. Reigns had one more spear in him. And it's just like this little tiny margin of victory, and Reigns was just better. Because the reality is that's the case. Within the kayfabe that they have created.
Right.
Reigns is better, but I thought it's not a burial because Reigns is only better by that small margin where I have nothing left in me. It's just this little, essentially at the finish of a marathon, and he's like crawling to the finish line.
Right.
How's that a burial?
It's not. They were equally beating the absolute shit out of each other the whole entire time. So there's no way that AJ looks bad in that match at all, to me.
At all. And coming out of it, yeah, he looks, I don't know what's next, but like, are you really going to sit here and act like he's worse off?
I don't see how
he's a legitimate top level. This made him in WWE, if anything, because now he's forever a main event guy.
Right.
They can always put him in the main event. Right. No, you're totally right, sir. That's a great point you make there. Little mouse. I thought it was good. So are you one of the many who lost their fucking minds when CrossFit Jesus showed up?
Yes. Yes, queen.
Yes, Queen Slay.
Yes, Queen Slay, fam.
You sounded like a 90-year-old. Right? Slay, fam.
Slay, fam.
It is lit.
It's lit.
That sounded like Willow. Actually, it is lit, fam. Slay queen. Yes.
I'm mostly doing that to make you laugh, and I'm pissing everyone else off.
It's working. Oh my god. So, no, but you loved Rollins making his return here.
I loved it. I love him so much, and I missed him terribly. And I think that it's going to be amazing for even Roman Reigns, I think, eventually.
God. Reigns gets these series of great matches out of Styles. Not out of Styles, but with Styles.
Yeah.
And now it looks like he's going to go right into a series of great matches with Rollins. Is Reigns the fucking greatest? Or I guess I switched this right back to Roman, but how good is that dude?
There's no denying that he's good. He's good.
He's not a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy.
He really is the guy.
He kind of is, yeah. You can't,
like legit.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I don't like him, but I don't dislike him. So I'm very like I can see that he is the guy.
Yeah, it kind of is the Cena thing, I guess, where like it was, fans felt how they felt, but then eventually he just had so many good matches and so many big spots that they were like, there's still holdovers today who are just idiots who don't recognize what they're looking at, who are like, oh yeah, he's not a good wrestler. There was "You can't wrestle" chants from the crowd in Newark. Like, what the fuck are you talking? He's in the middle of like damn near a 5-star match and you're chanting "You can't wrestle." Right. Come on.
Yeah. You have to just enjoy what you're watching eventually. I understand, like, when you're at an event and it's going absolutely crazy and you just want to cheer for random shit, like, I get it. Like, you want to just boo the crap out of them, but it comes to a point where you just have to just enjoy what you're watching. You
go to a lot of shows. Would you partake in a chant like that? Yes, the answer is yes.
No.
Well, no, but like, if it makes them stop asking me for a date, I'll chant that you can't wrestle.
You still suck. I don't want a date.
Oh, it's so good. But no, really, like, people are chanting that, and you're at the show. Like, for me, it's like, because I don't actually go to a lot of shows.
What?
I don't actually go to a lot of shows. First, they never come around here, and I'm not traveling for it. It's easier for me to do my job at home. But I would want to turn around and be like, you fucking dummies. Do you not know what you're seeing?
Right. And that happens all the time. I don't participate in a lot of chants, but there are some that get me and I get excited about, but that's not one of them. Like, especially if I was watching that match, I would not. I mean, I was at TLC when he went crazy, which this match is, I wanted to talk about when they were at TLC in Boston. I was at that show, and it was like that match last night was like the Roman that turned out that later that night, if you remember.
Yeah, when it was the Sheamus match, right? And then he lost, I think, and then he turned. He didn't turn, but he fucking snapped. Yeah,
he went crazy, and everybody loved it, and now everyone's just still stubborn and hates him. So I don't know.
I wouldn't say everyone, but there's still, and it's actually a good thing. Like the rumor that was put up today or whatever, I guess, was that Vince's new opinion on it is, I don't care if you cheer and I don't care if you boo. I don't know if that's new. That seems like a weird rumor to me.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't care. I think it adds to the atmosphere. Like, I thought last night, they're in the ring and Styles music hits and he's getting a ton of cheers, at least probably in part because of he got over real big when he showed up, but probably at least in part because he's the guy who's against Reigns. which I think that makes a guy an even better wrestler because you can actually have a dude be his opponent and they get a rub from that. Like that's some Eva Marie shit. That's part of why Eva Marie's so great. And yeah, you're damn right I put her into this combo Cage Fighters.
Right.
Everyone hates her guts so fucking much that they're like, whoever she's facing, you're a fan of theirs.
Yeah.
Suddenly. Same kind of thing. Reigns music hits and the fucking place goes nuts.
Yep.
I want to be there. I want to be in an arena like that for an atmosphere like that. And you really don't get that with very many guys, but you definitely get that with Roman Reigns now. And it's that. How can that possibly be a bad thing at this point?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. And I think that's why both Eva and Roman are still like, on their paths because people are sucked into it.
Yeah.
If you don't want them to succeed, you just be quiet. I mean, that's it.
I mean, you don't need to be liked to be a huge star.
Right.
Right? Like who's a good example? The Kardashian family.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they're fucking gods, right? Mm-hmm. Just as many people think they need to disappear. They shouldn't be famous because they haven't done anything, blah, blah. And there's arguments for that, and there's infighting, and there's all these things. It's no different. You don't need to be well-liked to be super famous and successful.
Right.
And at this point, that's Roman Reigns. And you cannot say he can't wrestle. And if you do say it, you're just wrong. Yeah. So sit there in your wrongness and be wrong.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, I am so gay.
I didn't think you were really going to do it. We talked about doing that. And I didn't think you were actually going to do it. You did.
In case you didn't pick that up.
It'd be so funny if the stream cut out at like that moment where it's like, speaking of Roman Reigns, and then we're just laughing our hats off. And the people, if you missed it, will never fucking tell you what. But we said we should do that on the pre-show. Like, just like. We're just talking about Roman Reigns, like, hey, everybody, by the way, I'm fucking gay as hell. Like,
so gay.
There's some added context to why it's an issue that people keep coming up to you at shows. I don't want to date you, but are you here with a sister?
Do you have a sister, please?
Do you have any girlfriends with you? Maybe introduce me to them.
I'll steal your girlfriend.
Oh my God, it's the best shit. Okay.
I'm surprised about that. Anyway, sorry.
It was so good. It was perfect. Oh, so Roman Reigns was great. Megan Smith's fucking gay. All right. Oh man, no, I'm super excited that Rollins is there. I can't fucking do it. I can't believe you did it. That's awesome. Oh.
I surprised myself. Woo.
Really didn't expect it.
I'm sweating.
Oh. You guys missed it. The pre-show was great, but this is what the pre-show was. It's just like, you should totally just say you're gay. Well, maybe I'll do it. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Wrestling happened. It wasn't as funny as this. There was a pedigree. Round's knee looked really fucking good, though.
Yeah. I mean, and that's another thing that I wanted to say is I know that there was a rumor going around that he was coming back on a certain date.
June 6th.
I hated that. I am so glad that he came back now and not on a specific date because that totally ruins it.
So you're one of the people who's don't say beforehand. But in fairness, WWE didn't announce that. That was just a report from a wrestling site who has sources who told them that.
Gotcha. And only John Cena's the one that was announced by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're promoting him for the Memorial Day show because they're worried it's Memorial Day, the ratings will be down.
Yeah.
If they promote Cena way ahead of time, then I'm kind of surprised because I assumed they would want. I thought that was the rumor too, that they wanted Cena to come back first.
Yeah.
And now here's Seth. But this is kind of we're in like a really good spot because there's usually the post-WrestleMania lull, but we haven't really had that because the Styles Reign stuff's been phenomenal.
Yeah. Get it.
Yep. And and then and then we've got all these injured guys coming back. You know, Cesaro came back, and then Orton's going to come back, and then Wyatt will be back soon. Now here's Rollins. So it's like a good time to be a fan of WWE.
I think it's really good. Like, I think it's just a really good time to see like quality guys coming in now. It's really great. Like, I remember when I started watching again, I'm like, oh, all these people bore me. Like, and you know, I'm more excited about the women, but
of course.
Not that way.
I'm kidding. God, Gino.
God damn it. But yeah, I just think the roster is incredible right now, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's a really deep roster, which makes it tough sometimes when they put on shows. Like, it's funny because the rest of the show, there was 2 good matches on the show, and I thought the rest of it was bad. Like, we could talk about, what did you think of Charlotte and Natalya? I really didn't like the match.
I thought it was very slow. Very slow.
Yeah.
And I get Dana Brooke, but I if it's to get Rick off of the scene, then I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not completely sold on her yet.
Really?
I see her potential, and I'm excited about her. I'm excited to see her grow. I don't see it yet, though.
You watch NXT, right?
Yeah.
I've watched it enough. I have to watch the Takeover specials, but there was a significant growth, I felt like, during NXT.
Well, I loved her with Emma. So yeah. I'll say that. Like, I think that what I mean is as a singles competitor right now, I think that she needs more time in that aspect. I think that when
that match with Becky was
no. But yeah, I mean, I think she's great with other girls.
Yeah, she's. That was you. That time. It wasn't me.
Yeah, I confess that was me. Me.
She's great with other girls. How you doing it in there? What are you thinking about? No, so yeah, she's really. That was my thought. Like, this opens up a lot of stuff. Like, first of all, poor Emma, right? Like, she was getting the push, and they were clearly behind her, and they liked her, and then they brought up Dana Brooke to be with her, and the rumor there too, I guess we're throwing a lot of rumors out there, but that they really like Dana. They see a lot in her. Yeah. She's, I guess she has the look that they like, or whatever. And it looked like they were going to have something with her and Emma, and they were going to go somewhere, wherever they would go, whatever, maybe work their way up to the top. Now, Emma's gone. She could be out for the rest of the year even. Who knows? Backs are tricky. Ugh. And I guess what do you do at that point? Because Dana is certainly, like you said, singles-wise, she would have died a death. Like, I don't want to be overreactionary or anything like that, but I just don't think she could swim in those waters. She's much better as a sort of as a supporting actor, I guess.
Yeah.
And putting her with Charlotte would be great because maybe, like you said, it gets Ric Flair the fuck off TV. I need Ric Flair to get off my TV.
I'm over it. I'm completely over it.
I'm done. I'm over it. I'm really over it.
I'm tapping out.
Natty, we got the big smack spot. Natty slapped him.
Yep.
That's good. I'm good now.
Yep.
I saw what I needed to see.
Yep.
But yeah, the match was just, it did seem kind of slow. I mean, it's a submission match, so you're not gonna, typically, I don't remember a lot of really great, I can remember one that was one of the most amazing matches in history, but not many beyond that are any good. And then Natty, oh my God, she'd get put into a submission, and her fucking no, oh my God, someone killed the fire.
How many nightmares did you have last night?
I know, I put that in the recap. I fear sleep because that sound is going to visit me in my dreams.
No.
So don't recreate it.
Sorry.
It was awful. God, it was terrible.
I love Natty. I love her. She's a phenomenal wrestler. But, like, her acting is a little little bit too much.
How nice you were about it. I saw a good tweet. Like, well, this match relies on Natty conveying actual human emotion, so it's fucked. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I watched Total
true.
Divas.
Yeah.
She's not very. I'm not sure she's a person. She seems like a delightful human being. I'm being bad, but she's
Natty's Natty.
That's good. Natty's Natty.
Natty's Natty.
She's Jim Neidhart's daughter, so that tells you a lot right there too.
Yeah, true.
Oh God! So we didn't like the match, basically.
Yeah, it seemed a little off. I wished it was. I wish it was better, but it was not their best. I don't know if they've had their best match since that first one that they had in NXT.
Yeah, that's the big thing coming out of this for me too. Is like, well, they had the Roadblock match, which was really fucking good.
That was really good. I will say that's the one that goes head to head with that match. But other than that, I don't. They should have that chemistry all the time. I feel, but they don't.
Yeah, that's part of the problem with it too, is that they built up this body of work where we know how good they can be together. We know what they can do in the right situation, in the right setting, with the right booking and all that. And you would think that's what this was, considering their finishes and all this, and what Rick's banned from ringside and all this stuff added into it. But they still went with a gimmicky finish by putting Dana Brooke there and doing she's dressed like Rick and comes out and there's the distraction and all that stuff. So it's like,
yeah,
you kind of shortchange the match. I feel like it's okay because of what it opens up for the future. Like we said, Dana with Charlotte seems like a good thing.
Yeah.
Doing the Ric Flair strut with Rick right there was fun. It could go to a good place, but right then and there for what they were doing in this match and what they were offering here, didn't like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Sadly. Oh, poor Charlotte and Nanny. Poor girl. Your match wasn't that good.
Poor Dean. Poor Nanny.
You go hang out with Dean. And actually, I will go out on a date with you. Although if you watch Total Divas, she is about as repressed as it gets.
Yeah, I do watch Total Divas. I love Total Divas.
Total Divas is a great show. Oh yeah, you're like the biggest proponent of it on Twitter. Like, oh my God, it's Total Divas time. Oh my God, it's Total Divas time.
Oh my God, I love it.
And then Paige shows up, and then 1,000 like emojis with heart eyes.
Oh, all of the heart eyes, and then I pass out. I don't mean to fangirl, but geez.
And then I pass out.
And pass out.
You've met Paige before, haven't you? I think you posted a picture of you, but like at a Wizard World or something like that. You went to one of those Wizard Worlds.
I might have, with a buddy of mine, driven to Cleveland. Not Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland.
Okay, where are you though?
I'm in Boston.
We're driving 15 hours for this. It's gonna be worth our time.
I was like, hey, what are the chances you want to drive to see Paige?
Oh yeah, cool. Where are we going? Cleveland. Oh fuck. Of all the places on earth you could have possibly said.
He was actually like, yes, let's go. I was like, okay.
All right.
Expecting him to say no, but
was she great?
Oh, she was the nicest person I think I've ever met.
Really?
Other than Charlotte, those two were really, really sweet in person.
Really? Paige just comes off like such a petulant child on Tough Enough and Total Divas and shit.
I totally get that. And I think that if I hadn't met her, I'd probably think that that's what she would be. But she's, with her fans, oh my God, she's a sweetheart. She's a total sweetheart. And I've actually met her twice.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I met her twice, as a matter of fact.
Twice, and she might have kissed me on the cheek, but whatever.
And you go wash it off. Finally, it's time.
Oh, fine. All right. I'll be right.
So I heard a rumor.
Oh God.
Heel turn.
For
Paige.
Really?
I'm gonna turn her heel again.
I hope that it sticks.
Yeah, I don't feel like she works well as a babyface.
I feel like people get behind her too much, and I think maybe this time off that she's had will help her be a better heel, because she's a great heel herself. Like, she works best as a heel. I just think the crowd was behind her too much, the last few times that it happened. But I think at least something has to happen with her.
Yeah, as long as she's not cutting promos calling Tamina a man, I'll be good with it. Or call what she say called Tamina Naomi's boyfriend. Don't laugh at that.
I don't mean to laugh at that. I don't.
I'm laughing because Meg's laugh makes me laugh. Let me make that clear. She's the horrible person here.
I am a horrible person.
What else was on the show? So I thought the 4-way Intercontinental title match was really good.
That was my favorite match of the night.
Was it? Even better than the main event?
I just rewatched both of those matches, and I felt, even watching the Fatal 4-way back again, my heart stopped. And I knew what had already happened. Yeah,
so many good false finishes.
It was really good.
Yeah, it's usually matches like that are tough to lay out, I'm sure, for the guys in it, because it's 4 different guys, and you want to focus on 2 guys at a time, or then you add the third in, and so you got to get the other guys out of the ring for a time, and then how do you do that but make it believable? And they set the tone really well with starting with the haluva kick, and then Owens
awesome.
Owens is out immediately, and it makes sense for the feud that they have, and played into the finish later. Excuse me, with Sammy had the fucking title won, and then Owens pulled him out, and then he got so pissed that he left the ring and just kept beating on him, and so it allowed Miz to come in and steal that very pin that he was getting ready to get. So it sets up so many of these other things. So we still have the great Sammy Owens feud that is going to wage forever. Even if they go away from it now, they can always come back to it, which is totally what they should do. They have Sammy has a legitimate gripe, and maybe he's the guy who goes on and they just do a singles one-on-one. Cesaro took every finisher imaginable and also had the match won at various points, and that didn't, or whatever. So he could still stay in the mix. But then we've got Money in the Bank coming up. So this was they had to serve 48 masters, and they did that perfectly.
It was perfect. All of it was perfect. I didn't see one flaw.
The Miz, I guess, being a person. The Miz's big dumb fucking face that I just want to punch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I hate him, and then he won. No, that's not. I love that too. I put it on Twitter. I'm like, I would pay good money for Brock Lesnar to just hammer fist his fucking face into raw hamburger, right? And people are like, that's what makes him a good heel. Thanks for the wrestling 101 lesson, motherfucker.
Oh, thank you.
Really? That's what makes him good? Man, now I get it. Thanks so much, random Twitter user.
Thank you, sir.
Log off. I'm saying that now because that's what people tell me. They disagree with my opinions. You fit right in with the show because it's right. What else was there?
No, I was just I wanted to say something. It's amazing.
Oh my god! I'm fucking crying.
I wanted to say that Cesaro threw Sami Zayn so high up in the air for one of those last uppercuts.
Yeah.
That Cesaro could have sat down, had a steak dinner, finish it, and then give him the uppercut by the time he fell down. It was so high up in the air. I was stunned.
So good. All of it. All of it. The match, the show. Sean's fired for sure.
Oh, no.
You got the gig, Nick. You definitely got the gig. Sean's done. He's out.
He's lucky I have a job.
All right. Oh, man. No, we miss you, Sean. We love you.
Love you. Don't know you, but I love you.
Oh, he's the best guy. I totally miss him. All right. What else was on this show? I don't have any notes up or whatever because my internet's so bad that I'm like, oh, don't have any other windows open.
Here's something we could probably fight about. The New Day versus the Vaudevillains.
Oh, why would we fight about it? Do you like the Vaudevillains?
No, I'm just saying we always fight about the New Day.
Oh, that's true. Because we did, even though you're gay as hell, We did Fuck, Marry, Kill with the New Day.
Yeah.
And you had a really bad opinion, and I'm glad that Stella Cheeks, our friend from the Not Your Demo podcast, and I think even Aaron Klein, also from the Not Your Demo podcast, backed me up on this.
Yeah.
You had a really bad take. What was your Fuck, Marry, Kill for those three?
Whatever. My Mary.
Whatever. Fuck all of you. My Mary is.
Whatever. I would marry Xavier Woods because he's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Kofi. Okay, I love Kofi. I've always loved Kofi. Kofi's the man. I would F him.
It's not a family-friendly show. You can say it if you want to.
F.
F. I'd F him.
I'd F him. No, because saying the full word is just too real for me, and that's gross.
Okay. He's a dude. I'm not saying it. I won't do it.
And okay. I would kill Big E. I don't want to, but
see, that's a bad take.
The sweating gets me. I can't.
She says as she's sweating profusely right now.
Yeah, I am. It's really fucking hot in this room. Sorry.
We just got done talking about Paige, I guess. I mean.
Yeah.
No, Big E, he sweats, yes, but Big E, you watch Total Divas.
I do.
You saw the episode where Natty tried to set him up with her sister.
I did.
Big E is sex. How you don't F Big E,
F?
how you don't F him is beyond me. F him. And you marry Xavier Woods because he's a smart guy. He will keep you, even if he's not the sexiest dude, even if he's not the best, whatever. He's going to keep you intellectually stimulated.
He's got muscles too, so he's
a good looking cat. Yeah,
he protect.
He keeps his DMs open, so maybe you're going to have people sliding up in his DMs.
Well, people are sliding up in mine, so
maybe you should think of a pun to slide him in his DMs and see what happens.
I got it.
I'm gonna unicorn horn you in the woods, Xavier. Let's go. I'm in Boston. Let's have a day.
And then we'll be married next week. So.
Oh, so you marry him, but then you kill poor Kofi, and Kofi's great.
No, I wouldn't kill Kofi.
No, I'm saying I would. That's what you do. You fuck or you F Big E.
I'd F. No, I'd F Kofi.
No, and I would F Big E. I would kill Kofi because he's too athletic too. He'd make you feel bad about your body, about your gas tank, right?
Kofi?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to keep up with him. Like it's the Amy Schumer when she was talking about being with Dolph. Too athletic. He could do too much shit. Like he was way too fit and in shape. I don't like that.
He's great.
Dolph?
No, not Dolph.
Oh, you said she's great. Okay.
No, Kofi's great.
Oh, he's great. Kofi's great. I thought you meant Dolph. I'm like, don't tell me you're a Dolph fan. We'll fight about that for sure.
I am mad at him.
Why?
I hate how much he's trying to be Shawn Michaels.
Oh, but the pants were super Shawn Michaels pants.
It was like, so I don't know who said it. I apologize if you're listening, but someone said that it looked like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart had a baby.
Oh no!
His pants, yeah.
I'll never. Oh, that's awful.
I get like I would love to like if I was a wrestler, I would love to like show signs of like, you know, this is who I looked up to, this is who I admire. But when you're doing super kick after super kick after super kick and then like dressing like him, I don't like that.
Yeah. Bumping like him?
Yeah, bumping like him.
Sean didn't go that crazy with it, but yeah. And Sean didn't work the fucking pre-show. Fuck you, no! John was in the main event. Of course, Vince wanted to F him, but
he did want to F him.
It's effing lit, fam.
It's effing lit.
Fuck, that's so good. I was happy to see Corbin win, though.
You're sad?
I was happy to see Baron Corbin win because I like Baron. I think he's got some potential, and I'm just because I don't like Dolph either. I'm ready for him to go do stand-up comedy, or
I mean, he seems like he's done with it.
He's getting there, like Cody.
Yeah,
you sad that Cody's gone.
Yeah, I'm bummed. I mean, especially he's a road. He's born from a legend. It's just a bummer.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna get a little controversial here.
Yeah.
I don't think they were wrong about him.
No.
He said, it's clear that they don't see me as a guy like the varsity quarterback, like the put me in, coach. Let him be the star, let him be the guy who's the world champ. I wouldn't have never put him there either. I just don't. You need guys who are in the middle, he's your intercontinental champ. I don't think he's your world champ.
I don't think you're wrong.
So, I mean, look, you feel bad about that. Like, okay, that's one of those things that, like, it's my favorite article I ever wrote on Cage Side was about Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, a match they had at WrestleMania, and the lesson that it teaches. And Shawn, being a guy who had to work from underneath, he was small, he didn't have the right look, he didn't have whatever, and then eventually overcame and became this big star and was the champ and got to the places he wanted to go. But it didn't mean he was going to beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. So what it teaches you is, you have guidance counselors and family and friends, and everyone will tell you that if you just put your mind to it. I think I saw a Bailey tweet the other day, like telling someone, if you just put your mind to it and you work hard, you can achieve anything you want. The reality is, no, you cannot. You can try.
Yeah, it's true.
The lesson there is that you work as hard as you possibly can and you do as much as you can. But in life, you cannot do everything you put your mind to. It's just not how it works. And sometimes you're going to try your very, very best, and you're going to give it everything you have, and you're going to fail anyway. And then you're going to have to live with that. You're going to have to deal with that. And that's what life is, though. Life is in the trying. Life is in the doing, the attempt of it. It's not a failure. I don't want to be like, oh, it's not a failure as long as you try. But essentially, that's the case. Like, yeah, you failed, and you're going to have to deal with that. But the only reason to live is to try. So that's essentially Cody. Like, I feel bad that you're not going to be the world champ, but you're never going to be in that spot. You should try really hard. He tried really hard for 10 years. You're just not that guy. That's okay. Now it's time to live with that.
Yeah.
Where's Sean's answer? Yeah.
I'm channeling him.
Yep, that's true.
I don't think you're wrong at all. It's hard too because it's at the end of the day it's up to Vince.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing too, right? Like, it's not the kind of thing where it's like, in football or sports or whatever, it's you're with a team and you work hard, and if you work harder than the other people and you end up being better, you win.
Yeah.
And this, it's just a 70-year-old man's like, okay, you get to win today.
Yeah.
It's such a weird business that we're into.
Yeah, it's very odd. That's kind of why I feel bad. It's just like you do see these people working so hard and every single day, 365. It's like, and then they get to a point where they can't do it anymore because they're failures. But,
in the broader sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're not failures for not. Like,
right,
that's not
right.
Well, they're failures. Like, they're just awful, horrible losers. So it's
they think that they're failures, or to a point, I guess, if they don't succeed as much as they want to.
Yeah, like the Punk thing. Like, he had to leave because he was never going to get the main event. He was never going to get what he wanted, so he failed. Yeah. And the thing that he wanted to do, his goal, his dream, he did not realize it.
Yeah.
As much as they tried to convince him he did. Well, you were in a main event with Undertaker. No, I didn't go on last, so I wasn't.
Right.
How do you feel about Adam Rose being released? He was cut just before we went on the air.
I have not a single opinion about it.
Who gives a shit? Fuck that guy. Party time is over. Good.
I mean, if what is rumored to have happened, then fuck him.
The domestic, you know what? I can't disagree. Like, the domestic violence stuff, and he got arrested. She testified for him to get out, on his behalf, and was like begging for mercy and stuff. But, we know how that goes and stuff like that. I mean, abusive relationships, people tend to act adverse to what's in their best interests.
Yeah.
And you just hope for the best, I guess. And it's interesting because it said he requested it and they granted it. So it wasn't like they just fired him. It was like, hey, I want to be let out of my shit. It was coming. The writing was on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's. I would imagine it would be really hard to come back from something like that.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, the second wellness policy violation. So he's one more strike and he was gone. Yeah. And then they had the zero tolerance for domestic violence. So if he would have got convicted, he would have been fired no matter what. And so for him, and even so you add those two things together, and it's like, look, you're not. And this is the bad thing to say, but you're not a top guy, so you don't get to do shitty things and not face consequences for it. This is what happens. So
I feel really bad for his kids. I mean,
yeah,
that's what really sucks.
And it's interesting because maybe it's the kind of thing where we always talk about, well, they did the E60 profile on him, and everyone was like, why don't they push that guy really hard? Yeah. Well, maybe there's stuff that they're privy to that we're not.
True.
Maybe they knew that there was some stuff like this, and I'm not saying they do, not saying that that's the case, but maybe they're aware of things. Obviously, they're aware of things that we're not, but maybe there's more of a reason for it than just as simple as And plus, a profile like that's designed to make someone look interesting and heartfelt and make you feel a certain way. It's good for ESPN's business. So, yeah. Were there any other matches that we even want to talk about? I mean, like the Vaudevillains lost, and who cares? They suck.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't.
Rusev won.
Oh my God, Rusev! He broke Kalisto's back and made him humble.
By God, he snapped.
That was. By God, he's broken in half.
By God.
You have no enthusiasm. By God, he is broken in half. Will somebody stop the damn match?
Please stop him now.
That's it. He is dead.
It was predictable. That's all,
Yeah. But would you be okay with Cena coming back and Cena Rusev for the U.S. title?
I wouldn't hate it. I think that it would certainly bring that title some
shine.
Yeah. Do you think that that's what they should do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Rusev's great and Cena's great and Rusev's coming back up. They're gonna need to do something. I mean, I guess I don't know where Cena fits otherwise. Like it's weird now. Like he did the open challenge thing. And now it's like, well, what the hell is he going to be if he's not that? Because I don't want him in the main event.
No, definitely not.
Not yet, at least. Like, I think there's a lot of money in a Cena versus Reigns program, but I don't think the time is right to do that now. That could be that could be WrestleMania.
Yeah. So are they just going to do the same thing where, like, Cena will eventually win it and then he'll do the open challenges? Like, are we just going to repeat the whole thing?
I'm guessing.
I mean, like, yeah.
Is that a bad thing?
Not really. I mean,
think it would be.
It worked the first time, I guess. So
it's so weird. Like this is the biggest star of the past 10 years, and we're like, what do you even do with him?
No, it's crazy.
How do you use him? Like, who cares? Just throw him on TV and let him cut a promo and then have a match. Like he is still the big guy. He's still the big star. And
everybody, I feel like a lot of people really do miss him.
Oh, I miss him for sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of shocking to me.
Yeah.
I just, everyone's such a hater, and everyone's just like, I miss Cena.
What a dick. Everyone's just such a hater. All of you little fucks are haters, and you're like, oh, I miss Cena, you fucking haters. Couple haters.
Couple haters.
Oh, that's so good. You're like, you're fucking vicious. You're like, I'm a nice person. Man, these guys, they're all failures, fucking losers. It's like, it must be hard for them. And then all the rest of you are haters, and you miss Cena, you hating fucks.
You hating fucks?
F them.
F them.
Oh, God. I think that's it. We're at an hour that we've been on the air. So, and I don't know because I never see the stats. When it's because like you can't see the stats, so I'm usually in your position where I'm on with Sean and he runs the control thing.
Gotcha.
But if these are the numbers we normally, I don't feel this. There's no way these are the numbers we normally have because these look like a lot of people have been in here listening to us live.
Wow.
I used to run this, and we never used to have this many viewers live, and the number has stayed at a really good amount for a long time. Megan Smith is a draw.
Holy shit.
Like I just told you, you won the lot. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Or like just holy shit. This is fun. Maybe we can do it again sometime, Gino.
Sounds good to me.
No, but really, I've had a lot of fun talking to you. This was great. Thanks for taking a day off of work just to do the podcast.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, definitely. So tomorrow, I will be back on tomorrow. Sean is going to begin. I don't know what just happened there. Sean will be gone again tomorrow. He's got family business to take care of. So it will be me running the ship once more. I will be joined by a special guest. It won't be Megan, but because this went so well, I think me and Meg might do a podcast of our own on Cape Side. We might.
Shit, girl.
Oh shit! Yes, queen.
Yes, Queen Slay.